Welcome to the Fan Club YouTube channel. Please make sure to subscribe, like this video, and comment down below.
Hello there, and happy holidays, everybody. It is officially the start of the holiday season because Christmas is about a month away.
Oh.
Isn't that crazy?
A lot of white T-shirts.
Time flies.
We're playing white tees.
It's
Christmas time.
But are you guys excited for Christmas?
Yeah, it's actually my favorite holiday of the entire holidays out there.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What's your big plan over Christmas break?
I think I'm going to my girlfriend's house.
Nice.
Well, we just got back from Geneva, which that was my first time home in probably a year. For Thanksgiving, we're down there with my family. So we've been doing the old alternate holiday stuff. So yeah, I'll be in Minnesota still for that.
Nice.
Heck yeah. Winter Wonderland up here.
You Americans are interesting, though, because you guys have Thanksgiving. And do some of you guys like Thanksgiving more than Christmas? Because I heard that it's a bigger deal, which is odd.
Thanksgiving's really sweet.
Because in Canada, it's not like that.
I feel like there's a lot more work for Christmas, like the Christmas meal, getting all the presents and decorations and all that, rather than just make a turkey over Thanksgiving, sit down and chill.
I think the significance of American Thanksgiving and why it's so hyped is because it is so close to Christmas. So like when you say happy holidays, it literally starts American Thanksgiving and then it goes throughout this whole month with all the different holidays leading up through the new year.
Yeah, it's crazy that you guys get treated to this month long of holidays, where us Canadians Christmas is like the thing. It's the only big thing to really look forward to, because our Thanksgiving is in October and it's way smaller, and it's only a dinner. It's not like it's a family gathering, but it's not what you guys.
Yeah, it's like there's people flying from all over the country to come for the whole weekend, and they have all the special football games going on and all that kind of stuff.
Because Christmas is the only thing that is a must, like the standard that you're going to spend Christmas with your family. Thanksgiving this past year, I missed our Thanksgiving. Was not a big deal. Yeah, it was just a little Thanksgiving lunch. So.
Do you think Canadian Thanksgiving or Easter is more important?
Oh, I think Easter's
pretty
kind
big.
Of a Easter's
good
pretty
time
big
for people to get together too.
I think in terms of the weight of the holiday with the way we treat it, I think they're very similar. Very similar. Yeah.
Good dinner with some family that's close by, and then get the Monday off or whatever, and it's good for us.
So. But yeah, you guys are always on another level.
This is like one of the best times of
Black
year.
Friday.
Yeah, just because of like Thanksgiving that just happened, and then leading up, now we have a full month to lead into Christmas, and like the month or end of November and the first few weeks of December are just like, they're busy and chaotic, but it's like super fun because you get the holiday spirit going. Everyone's celebrating different holidays around. Everything just comes into December, and it's just like, here we go.
It's go time. Christmas trees are, at least in my family, are post Thanksgiving. I don't know. Some people already have them up. I got relatives that already put their Christmas trees up.
Mine's after usually.
Yeah, I got to dig it up from our storage unit that we have in our apartment. It is fun putting that Christmas tree up, though. I love it.
I want to go get a real one this year.
Oh, that might lead to a mess.
I know.
By January 1.
Real ones smell good, though.
I want to take care of it,
Water it.
Go find a little one.
Water it.
Me and my little tree.
You guys, did you ever do that growing up, Cut? I feel like out of anyone here, you'd be the family that would go out and cut your own tree down.
No, we don't. We just buy one that's already cut.
We've done that a decent amount of times.
I did it too.
Oh, okay. I've stood mistaken.
My family loves the real ones.
Yep. Usually, I would say more years we got one from a parking lot that was already cut.
Yeah.
But there were a few times we'd actually go cut it
Nice.
down.
That's way more
fun.
That.
That's really fun, actually. When you're I was probably like 6 or 7, but like when you're helping your dad chop it down with the saw, you feel pretty cool.
It is a little easier for us in this area too, rather than
Florida.
we had Christmas in the desert.
Yeah.
Got a cactus.
We had 3 trees in my house growing up. We'd have like a living room Christmas tree, a family room Christmas tree, and then I think one in the basement too.
Dang.
They weren't all real, but I remember we had like the 3 tree location throughout the house.
I can see your mom decorating pretty strongly.
Yeah. How many did you have? Just one?
One tree, but we have like things up around the house.
Yeah, and then
Stockings would go up like December 1.
oh yeah.
Like that week, and then my dad would have to put up the lights. He hated putting up the lights on the roof. He hated it.
He was Mr. Griswold.
He hated it so much.
My dad hates that. My dad hates putting up Christmas lights because he's like, spring's gonna come, I'm gonna have to take all these down and like.
Yeah, I feel like that's a pretty common
see
theme.
your lights, anyways.
Yeah, when we were true.
He's got neighbors.
Do you? I have no idea.
Couple miles apart.
Oh,
Yeah.
He's not out in the boonies.
My neighborhood, like my growing up neighborhood, every house had lights.
Yeah. Same.
Suburbia.
Dude, go ahead, Cuddy.
A big thing for us, my mom loves to put like staple wreaths up on our fence posts, like leading into the driveway.
those
so
are
it looks
always
kinda
those
nice.
are always classy.
Yeah, they always had, in my neighborhood specifically, there was an older couple that would go around and sell, it was like, it's like brown paper bags that you go to lunch with. They would sell those that were like filled with the sand and candles, and you like line basically your driveway. So like all the way down our neighborhood street, you could see like these brown bags like lit up with candles.
That's kind of cool.
It's a good way to get the neighborhood excited for the holidays.
Yeah.
Neighbors don't talk to each other as much in the winter time when it's cold out. Everyone's inside a little bit more.
I did. I always had to go and shovel my neighbors' driveways. That was like my unwritten duty as a kid.
Yeah.
Anytime it
it was kind of
snowed.
funny on like a Saturday morning when there's a bunch of snow. All the dads are out on their snow blowers in the driveways.
Yeah.
Yep. That's still my job every time I come home for the holidays is Levi, get out there and shovel, make sure no one slips on their way in.
You praying for a late snowfall?
Yeah. Well, usually my luck, I'll shovel it the day before, and then it'll snow the
Yeah,
morning of,
that's
and
a
then I have to go
classic.
back out and shovel again.
Yeah. I don't know. Geneva always treated the winters pretty well down there. Not much snow.
It is the reason
Mild.
why I appreciate where I live now so much more, because I don't have to start my car 20 minutes before I go anywhere, and I definitely don't need to own a shovel.
Yeah. I park outside.
It's good exercise to get out there and shovel, get some fresh air. Don't mind it, actually.
You truly
Play some
start
tunes
start
and-
your morning with some adversity when you're walking out there. Got to go about 20 minutes earlier out to the parking lot, scrape it off,
Yeah.
get the defrost on, and just sit there in your car, just doing the classic.
Dude, I had the
It's dark
worst
out.
Be okay.
worst car in college for especially in Superior. I had that Jeep, 2-door Jeep that had plastic windows. Dude, that was the absolute worst winter vehicle. And the roof was like, it was basically canvas, I think it was. Like really, it was
Yeah.
like, it was
It's
heavy,
really
like
like a
duty.
tarp.
You zip it up.
Zip it up, dude. That thing was the worst in the winter. The absolute worst.
Fun summer rig, though,
Yeah.
driving around the lake.
It's good, but it has a lot of bad to it also.
That was the one thing I appreciated about my Durango. That thing could bury through the snow.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing was stopping it.
Yeah.
Just didn't turn on. Winter's fun. I hope, like we said, hope everyone had a great American Thanksgiving, and hope you get in the holiday spirit just like us. Because are we gonna deck out the office this year?
I don't think Lawson wants to.
I don't want to.
That was the worst. One of the worst ideas we did last year probably was putting this place into a winter wonderland.
There's still tinsel stuck on
I
the
think it
wall.
was fun.
Is it really?
Yeah, there's a few little pieces.
It was fun.
It was
We
so
still have
annoying.
Elfie.
It was annoying. I hated the amount of things that were hanging down from the roof. My door was covered, and this door was covered in wrapping paper. It was just made everything so much messier feeling too. Like you guys had tinsel on your desks, but it was falling off and hanging off. It looked like a
And it wasn't like we
Christmas
just
tornado.
spent some time and just took it all down. We just kind of let it fall on the floor, and we just like move it to the
Yeah.
side, and then one day just maybe
Yeah, coming
pick it
back
up.
after Christmas and we see all this. What a
Honestly,
mistake.
I felt like the finished product, and after we put it all up, it was kind of underwhelming. It really didn't look
Yeah.
that decorated in here.
Well, we went to the dollar store and just spent like $10 on a bunch of stuff.
Thinking we would be able to cover every wall with something.
Maybe we'll get a little tree and a wreath.
Yeah,
we could put a wreath on the door.
Maybe we got a bunch of cardboard boxes. We can wrap those up and make them like dummy presents. But we will be doing a Secret Santa here.
Yeah.
Like we did last year.
We'll still celebrate. We just, just don't want to decorate.
I hope I get Frizz for Secret Santa because I've had this idea because I saw it at a store and I know you would love it because you've like low-key mentioned it for like the past 3 years.
Wow, that's very intriguing. Wow. I don't think I'd be able to think of what it would be.
I don't think you'd be able to, this is a very thought-out present.
Gotta rig this.
So if you don't get Frizz, you're going to be looking for some trades? Yeah. Be whispering in some ears?
Yeah. I saw this thing on the shelf and I instantly thought of Frizz. And I know he would love it.
I'm not nearly going as hard as last year. I got Dave a cool present. I don't think he ever used it.
True. What was it?
Yeah.
The skydiving thing.
Oh, yeah.
Had a little
Maybe
coupon.
I'll go into his desk and take it from him and I'll go use it.
I mean, I might just use it. I have it still in my email.
Yeah, you should.
I just go and say Merry Christmas from 2022, Dave.
Just re-gift him with the same thing.
Yeah. Well, I never used what Yelly got me. I don't think Yelly used what I got him. So
the basketball hoop? Yeah, no one touched
Wait,
that.
so you got me the basketball hoop. That didn't last too long. I got you the lava lamp, which I don't know where you put it because it used to be just on the ground beside your desk, like out of sight.
I think it got tossed.
It's gone, garbage.
Threw that away.
The lava lamp.
I think this year
I don't even remember what I got.
We need to dial in our Secret Santas for useful things.
Yeah, it's got to be useful.
No
I
junk.
agree.
I think I got Cuddy maybe. Maybe I just got
you got me a bunch
of
of snacks. You got me some pop, I think.
Yeah,
I think you got him like you
booze.
picked stuff from that was given to us.
What we got?
No, that was one of my pranks.
Oh.
I always throw a prank in my Secret Santa. That's my thing.
I think Cuddy had me. He gave me like Reese's.
Yeah.
And a cup or something.
Honestly, don't remember.
I think this year when we do it, we got to get things that like you can actually use. Have not at the office even. Just because we don't need more things in here.
Should we enter dad mode?
Yeah.
I'm actually like the
some
gift that I
tools.
have in mind, dude. Like Frizz can have a whole TikTok series with this. That's how freaking.
What the heck is this thing?
Wow.
We're rigging it.
It's a lava lamp.
Or like a certain type of cheese grate or something.
No, it may have something to do with
Cheese
food, but it
grater.
may not have anything to do with food.
Well, don't spoil it.
No,
Well,
I'm
this
not
year will
going
be
to.
fun. We'll have a good one.
It'll be good. But yeah, we just got back from the beach,
Mm-hmm.
which is a nice little pre-holiday trip before everyone headed off to their Thanksgiving travels and stuff. But it was a nice little relaxing vacation. And just got to enjoy it for a couple nights. It's always fun to go down to Florida.
Florida. Yeah, that was a place I've never been to before.
Yeah, that was a really nice beach. We were clear water. We really appreciated the sand.
That was
At
some
least I
very
did.
nice sand.
Very nice.
I would say that's better than Fort Lauderdale's beach.
The Gulf side's way better.
Yeah. I would have to agree.
Mm-hmm. Cleaner. Better. And yeah, it was just nice to go enjoy each other for a few days and not really have many worries. And I mean, there might be a secret to why we went there, but we can't talk about it right now. So we did treat it like a good vacation.
He said no worries, but the biggest worry was because Frizz planned all of our logistics for this one. So
See,
I
for
was
clarification,
definitely
for
worried.
context too, I flew back earlier because I had my aunt's 60th birthday party Sunday night. So I got back at I left the hotel at like 7. These guys didn't leave until whenever.
yeah.
So I don't really know what I know that Frizz booked everything for you 4. But yeah, so I wasn't really worried because I knew I had my stuff handled, but I don't know, I think I missed
Yeah,
something.
did you fly out of Tampa or Clearwater?
Tampa.
See, I was a little concerned on Friday morning. I literally texted Frizz outside of the group chat, and I asked him hey, do you have her boarding passes? Because you didn't send anything Thursday night, and our flight was Friday morning. So I texted you off to the side do you have? Because Will usually he's on top of his stuff. He sends us our boarding passes. We log it into our Apple Wallet. We're good, golden. Will's on it.
My kids are screwed when I take them on vacation.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be that airport dad.
How's it going? But Frizz, but Frizz didn't send us their boarding passes, so I was really concerned Friday morning. And I mean, he got us there, I guess.
No, I had to keep remembering that it was Frizz because I'm like, oh yeah, Will always emails it and he knows how to send it in the form that you put it in the wallet. And then I'm like, oh yeah, I got to pull up my wallet for my boarding pass. I'm like, it's not in my wallet. I'm like, oh yeah, Frizz booked her flights. He screenshotted it. I just have a photo now.
And they,
so
they come in a clump, so there's 5 photos in there, and you just got to scroll and find your
Will
name.
will send it to you individually, like Lawson, here it is, Yelly, here it is, and Frizz just sent 5 photos in a clump in the group chat. I don't even think with any context. Just like...
It was the morning, too, before we left.
kind of like shoveled it. Here you guys go. Here's your boarding passes. So
Which,
that was kind of...
Still works.
Maybe, it still works.
Maybe Will likes to baby them a little bit. I'll still make him work.
Yeah. I just take pride in my logistics role.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I even felt like Thursday, like, because I feel like we usually have a nice game plan of like the travel day, at least the day before, like whatever Lawson will discuss like XYZ as we're going. I feel like there was hardly any of that talk on Thursday of like, yeah, we're meeting at the airport at this time. I don't know, but you guys all figured it out.
It's getting different too. We're changing a little bit. Like, we don't always all travel together to the airport because sometimes it makes more sense for me to just meet everyone at the airport. Friday morning it meant more sense to ride with you guys. It's just always different. That was funny though. When I pulled up, I was like, oh, these guys aren't down here yet. But
that's what you were thinking?
Well, I saw a car and it was like 6:55 and we were leaving at 7 and I saw the Uber waiting there, so I was just sitting in the car waiting, and I texted like, Uber's down here, and then you guys texted you're in the car. But that tint on the windows where it's actually so dark that I like actually popped my head in the car because I didn't want to just get in this random person's vehicle.
When we landed, it was funny too because that was when we were picking up the rental car. Frizz goes, why did you went past the place to go into it? You went down the escalator. I was on my phone, so I'm like, I look around, everyone's gone. I didn't see where anyone went. All of a sudden, Frizz is coming back up the escalator towards me. Took him like 5 minutes maybe, and then all of a sudden I'm like, where are you going? It's like, oh, I went the wrong way to go get the car, and then Cuddy comes back up and follows you up there. How was that conversation getting the rental car with Frizz, Cuddy?
It was just typical, you know.
Yeah.
Just he was missing something that he needed, and it just
was
took a
not
little
my
extra
fault
time.
though. That I needed. First of all, what Lawson was talking about, I was like reading all the signs to go to our rental place. But I read past the sign to go to the office, so I went all the way to like the actual car pickup.
Some places you can just get the car in the garage and check in.
It didn't help either that the employees that we were working with, they were like, there was no one there because they were like sold out of cars or whatever. So the only way you could get one is if you made a reservation, which Frizz did.
There you go, Frizz.
Yeah,
but
I needed insurance confirmation, and I just never got that emailed to me. So then I had to wait for Expedia to send it to me, and then there's 2 people working on this thing with my phone, and then they asked how to spell my name, and I told them how to spell it, and then they're like waiting, looking like, we can't find it, you don't have the reservation. And then the one guy's like, hey, they're like a family, so he's like, he like hits her on the wrist, hey, you spelled his name wrong, it's this way.
Yeah, they were like goofing around with each other. There was 2 women sitting
like
off to
fighting
the side,
over the
like
phone,
watching TikTok, and then the guy that we were working with would like call him over him, and then he would figure it out, and he would be like, no, I got it, go back.
That's funny.
They were like,
we were laughing, Cuddy, me and Will. We were standing by the curb. This is after Frizz went all the way down to the car to see if like he can just hop in one and drive away. We were sitting down there. It was just us 3. We didn't know where Lawson was because he obviously said he was on his phone. Probably followed the herd instead of following us. So we didn't know where Lawson was. Frizz went back upstairs, and it was us 3 standing down there, and we didn't know what was going on. We're just like, well, here's the supply chain management guys is sitting here where we need to be. We don't know where the marketing guys are.
The travel schedule.
Yeah, that was funny. We're like, where's the exercise science and the marketer?
Yeah.
the travel planners are down here.
Yeah.
We did pick up a nice brand new vehicle, which was refreshing.
Cherry red.
It's too new.
It's too new for us.
It's too new.
You should have had me be the driver.
Too many beeps.
I've logged many miles behind those automatic cars that
ones?
keep you in the lanes. Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably the newest car I've driven, and it had like all the high-tech driving assisted stuff, so that was a lot of fun. It took a little bit to get used to.
I feel like your goal was to prove to us that you didn't need your hands on the wheel to drive.
Yeah, I wanted to keep showing them, hey guys, look, and I'd sit back, and then it would start to veer off a little bit too much, then I'd have to put my hands on the wheel again. But
There's 3 times when Frizz was driving the rental car that I near got thrown into the windshield because he hit the brake so hard. And one time it was just me, and I was looking, I'm on my phone almost the whole time, so it scares the crap out of me when he slams on the brakes, and my heart rate jumps up. I'm like, oh my goodness, did we almost
beep, 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 beep,
hit something? Yeah, beep, 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 and then boom, and then I like get chucked to the front. That happened 3 times. So
something I gotta say about Frizz. When Frizz is driving, normally like there's us 4 that were sitting, Will's in the Cuddy's shotgun, and then us 3 were in the back. Usually, like, let's say Cuddy's like, hey, look at that guy on the beach over there. Usually it's just the guys that aren't driving turn their heads and look. But Frizz, being the driver, he also turns his head and looks at what it is.
that cop car that pulled over.
yeah,
Look at that cop
perfect
car.
example, the cop car.
And not often do you see your driver looking through his rearview mirror with his own head.
Yeah, luckily that car did help have a lot. Basically, the car was giving me an extra person watching out for me, so it definitely helped.
Yeah.
Might have to purchase one of those soon.
Get your Tesla.
Yeah, one day, Dad.
And then I think to top it off, you booked the car rental return to the
Yeah,
wrong airport that we weren't even flying out of.
my logistics was almost perfect until it hit me that we were flying out of Clearwater instead of Tampa. Just from the way like sheer prices and times were, it just made sense to go to Clearwater. And it wasn't until a day in, like Saturday, when I realized that the car was going to the wrong airport. And then, of course, with this rental car company, I look it up. I'm like, yes, they actually have a rental car, the same one in Clearwater. But nope, the Tampa location does not let you drop cars off at the Clearwater one, so you have to go take it back. So drove all the way. We hung out in Tampa for a while and then drove all the way back and got an Uber. Luckily, it wasn't too big of a deal. Actually, it was a little bit of a walk. We had to walk pretty far once we dropped that car off, but that's how we do it.
And I guess to summarize, guys, are we going to let Frizz book the logistics again? And I know I would let him do it again.
I did get us a nasty hotel.
He did do
price.
that, yes. And overall, you got the job done. There wasn't anything huge. So, and you're only going to get better every time,
Yeah.
too.
So what? It was Chicago and this that Frizz took the reins?
We haven't seen Chicago yet, right?
No, the last Chicago.
The other Chicago.
I don't know how that one
I would
was
say
either.
Will's varsity. He's the varsity player.
7 o'clock player?
Starting QB. And then Frizz is the JV runt that's trying to make the team. Gets the job done when duty needs to be called on.
He's
Mhm.
Josh Dobbs.
But give him he's a sophomore. Get him 2 years till he's a senior, then he'll be that starting varsity player. You did good though, Frizz. I was impressed. Thank
Good
you for
job.
handling
Thanks.
all that stuff.
Good work.
Thank you.
Way to go. And, with your classic horseshoe, they gave us an upgrade in the room, which was nice.
Oh, yeah.
You felt bad for us for being
No,
so
the guy
far
just,
away?
he's just like, you guys are a long way from home. I'll give you an upgrade. It's not, it's not peak season in Florida for travelers, so
Mhm.
sure they had some empty rooms.
They're just trying to get returning customers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd stay there again.
Yeah.
It was a very nice spot.
Yeah. I love those places where you can look out on the beach
Mhm.
and having the, kitchenette, or kind of basically half kitchen, would you call that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice. 2 bathrooms is nice when we have 5 guys in a
Mhm.
suite, too.
Yeah.
It's important.
That was one of the nicer room. You guys said that you stayed in a nicer one. I wasn't on that trip, but for me personally, that was the nicest room that I've stayed in with THG.
No way.
Uh-huh.
Really?
He means just like as a group.
As a group.
Not like a sheer one individual room, but just like a nice area. And
So
I was going to say, because
on
New
that,
York City the first time was like,
Well,
that one was crazy.
I guess that was a nice place, but I don't know. I enjoyed the
I always
room and the
enjoy when
comfort.
we're always in one room,
Mm-hmm.
which
Yeah.
is nice.
No, it's helpful. That's good. Yeah, it was a good trip. Nice little, I think we got a little little tan on me.
I got burnt. I did get a sunburn.
Sunday finally got to hit our full beach day, and yeah, Will, you didn't, you weren't a part of this workout, but every time we, or Lawson basically created 2 main ones, and by the third rep or third set or whatever, we realized we overdid it.
Yeah, we overdid it.
It was hard.
We makeshift a really solid workout.
Yeah, guys, I put them through a workout. Almost made Cuddy puke.
I wouldn't say puke, but pass out, yes. That was hot and uncomfortable.
Cuddy said if we would have done 3 more rounds of this exercise that we were doing, he would have just face planted and got engulfed by the sand.
Yeah, just bury me right there.
Yeah.
Cover me in sand.
It's too bad. You know, we're not really athletes.
We should.
That looked like an athletic workout. We're not really athletes.
Yeah, we're gonna make I think we got to make a THG beach workout thing where here's a list of the beach workouts that we've done on the beach, because those would be 2 good ones that I think people would like to do.
The Saturday one was definitely fine.
Yeah, like this one, the sand where we were was out front of this brand new, I think it was a brand new condo thing. So people weren't even in it, so the sand there was all pristine.
Yeah, it was,
and literally it was probably 7 to 8 inches of just soft sand. So Yelly said it was perfectly. After we'd run in the same area, it looked like a derby race of all the tracks just pushed so far into the sand. We just tore it up.
Yeah, we were doing freaking broad jumps in that sand.
We even had a guy cheering us on.
Yeah, well, that was at the point when we were as close to passing out.
Oh yeah,
because they were cheering us on and none of us acknowledged them. Maybe Frizz did, but I was hurting. My calves are still sore from the sand.
Yeah, I mean, sounds like we need to get a little more athletic.
More cardio.
Yeah.
Every minute on the minute. We got to start doing that shit.
Yeah.
E-moms.
No more Wednesday rest days. We need a cardio bump. But cool. That's enough about us.
Yep.
Good trip. Are you looking to stay up to date in the hockey world? Here's some never-before-told stories about our hockey days, or want to learn a few things about the game and its history? Well, we have just what you were looking for in our exclusive Hockey Talk segment. Introducing THG Hockey Talk. Come hang out and get to know us even more in this special community. You'll even get to ask us questions you have been dying to find out about us, and we will answer each week.
And guess what? If you join this community by December 10th, you'll receive a personalized Christmas card from the boys.
Happy holidays. But one thing that was kind of fun was Saturday night when we got back to the hotel. It was 1 a.m. and the Las Vegas Grand Prix was just starting. Yes. And none of us are diehard F1 fans, but it's super interesting to watch the full 30 minutes leading up to the race when they're interviewing celebrities. And I don't know, my eyes were so heavy, and I was just kind of watching, but it was cool to see. I forget what that guy's name is who walks around the strip. He's pretty famous.
Yeah.
He's the face.
Well, I guess
it's a weekly thing he does is walk around, and we got to see interviews from Shaq, Gordon Ramsay, Tiesto. There was more that I can't
bunch of owners of those cars, or whatever, the Formula 1 cars. Did you guys all saw the Netflix show, right? So you have some sort of
I watched a season.
See, I watched it at least 2. I think there's 3 seasons maybe.
It comes out there was
I've seen more than 1. So it gives you a little more background into those guys' lives and lifestyles and what these races are all about. So it's pretty cool.
Are they all small people, like the derby racers, or
the drivers?
I think so.
Some. I don't think when they stand on the podium, they all look kind of tall. Verstappen looks pretty tall, and that Sainz guy.
Lando Norris will be pretty small, but I think
he got rocked.
Ricardo will be. I think he's tall. There's some. There's
so
a.
They
mix.
don't have a standard
I don't think
no,
so.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
But you would honestly maybe think that if the car is gonna make a difference, if it could be an extra 20 pounds, which when it comes to those guys, that. Who knows if that could make a difference of a second, which would matter for them. But, yeah, it was the first time I actually really watched something like that of F1 on TV, and I thought it was really cool. It surprised me how just the way that the F1 drivers went through the pre-race stuff compared to other sports where they're just hanging out on the track. Track's filled with people. They're talking to people.
I think the word is it's the grid.
The grid.
That's the because the grid is where they line up for I want to say pole position. I know that's what it's called in NASCAR. I don't know. But the grid, and as Cuddy mentioned, they start from 0. So their little spots that they're lined up through time trials is their grid position.
Yeah.
And then there's just this huge party on the grid leads up till like 5 minutes before the race.
Which is so unnormal for most sports that you're not having a party right
They
before.
actually show that in the show, I think, where it's crazy, and then they have the timeline of everything to explain it to people who don't know what F1 is. Yeah. And then it's like T-minus 4 minutes till the start, clear the track. It's like so quick.
I would say that the starting, like when the races are in their cars, they're in their positions, and they have like that little countdown. That the starting line for F1 is like, the anticipation for that is like there's not many others, like NASCAR, for instance. Like, I don't know, I feel like the F1 starting line, it's just like a lot more hype when they're like in their cars.
It's like a horse race.
Yeah,
where
it's
they all
like
start from 0.
Mm-hmm.
It's just wait for the
because in NASCAR they have a lap before they even start.
Yeah,
because then they start the pace lap. Yeah, then once they hit the starting line, they're going at full speed already.
Oh wow,
that's crazy. Yeah, the F1, like, I mean, obviously when you watch just like that, what you were describing, Will and Lawson, just like the grid, like the pre-race, like there is days of like preparation that goes into that stuff, and it's just crazy that for F1, a lot of the attention for the race is like show. It's like all a big show in a sense, but those drivers, man, like the stuff that they do for like training, preparation, and everything, it's like no different than like an NHL player or like an NFL player. Like they got some crazy like reflex training that they do.
Yeah, and you have to be able to handle heat. Those guys are like top shape.
They race in the rain too.
Yeah,
like,
there's nothing that really stops them. And there was some issues, I guess, in Vegas too. I did some reading on it yesterday, and so obviously Vegas is a huge spectacle, and it took them 10 years of bids to get F1 to agree to this, but they haven't raced there since the 80s, early 80s.
In Vegas?
Yeah, they haven't had an F1 race since 81, 82 season, and it took the city of Vegas and everyone, I think, whoever else invests into it, 10 years, and they actually had to put about $500 million into it to put it together, which is the track, and then they invested and bought land so they can have those. Yeah. What are the stations called? Where not like the pits, but like the team station. I don't know what those are called.
I would say pit
it's
would
like
be the
garage.
Best description for it.
Garages.
So those are all permanent now because F1 owns the land.
Wow.
Which is another like $200 million. So they want it to come back.
It's
obviously.
It's going to be a continuous track then for them.
But like the money that goes into it, and they had 100,000 fans a day, and I think for like I don't know what the paddock is, but I think that's the main spot where you can see most things is $5K a day for a ticket.
Wow.
And people were a little unhappy because when would this have been? Probably would have been Thursday or Friday night when they do the qualifiers or whatever. Something happened with like a water valve that came up, and Carlos Sainz's car got messed up. And so when you think about how we said the race started at 1 a.m. Eastern time, so that means it started at 10 p.m. Vegas time. But for these time trials, it started the same thing, like 10 p.m., and then there was about a 2.5-hour delay because of that track issue or whatever, and they like made fans leave. So these people paid and got to watch 9 minutes of action.
Wow.
And then that happened, and then there was delay, and they didn't start up the trials until 2:30 a.m. Vegas time. So the racers were literally
tired
doing their time trials at middle of the night.
I thought something that was always really cool to see is just the sphere. Just looked like it was right on top of the track, and that was always cool in videos.
So what other tracks are there in the U.S.? There's one down in Miami. Is that it? Austin. So there's 3 now with Vegas.
I think so. I don't know.
Wait, where did they race in Chicago? Didn't they do a race in Chicago?
It wasn't F1, but yes, there was a race through the streets of Chicago. Maybe it was F1. I think it was a different league.
Level.
Yeah, I think it was a different.
That would have
league.
been cool.
Yeah, I thought it was really interesting when you sent what Verstappen said after he won, how 99% of it was just the show,
Yeah, he wasn't
and
happy.
the drivers were just really upset. Like, what do you think was the show part versus like every other race, like a Miami one or even in Europe, you know, because isn't it kind of always like that?
Yeah, from what I remember him saying was like they spent more money on the show and the spectacle and bringing famous people there and all the concerts and everything, but he was basically accusing them of not putting as much time and effort and money into the track. So
Makes
he's like
sense.
he like compared it to Monaco, which is like the biggest one, I guess.
Yeah.
And he's like, that's a racing track or something. I'm not quoting him because I don't know exactly what he said, but that's like a real racing track, where here it was a show and they just drove on this average racetrack, I guess.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
There was
then.
like no excuse for that water valve to break on someone's car or something.
And like everybody there in the Vegas one, like you said, they don't care about the sport that much. It's more, I'm in LA, I'm in Vegas. Can I come to this event to, because it's cool in the US, but who really cares about the whole entire race itself?
Yeah, I think I fell asleep in the first lap.
Yeah, does anyone know who won?
Verstappen.
He did win.
Oh, okay. So he's
But also-
not salty.
He's just salty. I think he's just kind of a. See, I don't know enough about F1 to
Just
call
passionate.
him the villain of F1, but I think he's like very outspoken about things he doesn't
Probably.
like. But he just wins every time, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. I
But-
saw too that how the hotel prices were so high in Vegas that they were $18 a night on the day before, because they jacked them up to 900, 600, thinking that everyone was booking rooms for this event, and then when the time came, they were empty and selling $18 rooms to people.
Yeah, I saw grandstand tickets went down like. They were down like 60% from the original price too.
Yeah.
Well, me and Lawson were talking about yesterday, like that Vegas airport on Sunday must have just been a zoo, because it already is crazy. But with that many people going there for one event, couldn't imagine what that would have been like. 'Cause it's not that big of an airport.
I think they'll do a good job at the Super Bowl. I mean, I'm sure they did a good job with this. I'm not a racer. I don't know what it was like, but
Yeah.
Super Bowl, at least they have the venue already built, and
Yeah. I think that's probably the issue. I mean, like,
They were
basically
working around the
construction-
clock.
Yeah, constructing
last,
yeah,
a,
they
like,
block
3
off
months.
the streets.
yeah,
They were
Yeah.
racing in front of the resort we stayed at.
that's sweet.
Like, doesn't make sense. We were walking down that street, and then
Yeah.
imagine if there's just a race.
Oh, I did see a funny video. I don't know if you guys saw it, but like they essentially made it almost impossible for street viewers to watch.
I saw something about that too.
And there was one thing that they didn't block off. It was escalators going up from one of the parts that you can walk across, like those bridges or whatever. Those are all blocked off. But
Yeah.
there's this one escalator that people were just walking in circles because it goes so high up. You can see a good amount of the track and cars buzzing by, and people were just riding the escalator the whole time up and down. It's
Wow. So Super Bowl's then in Vegas too. Dude, these guys
Yeah, we're
got a
gonna
lot
go.
going on there.
Yeah, they do.
A lot going on.
Vegas, man.
Yeah.
I feel like it's popping off more than ever before.
And the MLB team confirmed, right?
Yep. Oakland Athletics are moving there now in a year or two. So they got to build a baseball stadium.
That's crazy. Actually crazy.
But maybe they'll do it. Maybe they can convert the Allegiant Stadium,
Yeah.
the Raiders, into a baseball field. I
Do a
don't
little
know.
dual. Both.
Because otherwise they're going to need something like you
That's
said.
what the A's did too.
They're going to need a indoor, outdoor facility. You can't watch baseball there in August when it's 120 degrees.
True. I had a question getting back to the F1 thing. What do you think, like, from a sporting standpoint, is the most comparable for those, like, drivers? Like, what would you compare that to? 'Cause it's not a physical sport. More mental, I would imagine.
I was going to say golf.
Oh, yeah, golf would be a good comparable sport.
Yeah, I would say it is pretty mental. Just because, like, the science that goes into every little turn. And these guys memorize the tracks. They could drive it blindfolded.
It's like Alex Honnold. the free climber. Maybe they're free climbers, convertible climbers.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think brain's the biggest component in F1 is nothing like that is it.
It's brain and science.
Everything in your head
relies so much on your machine.
Yeah. Which is, yeah, I would say, yeah, climbing, golfing, that sort of thing would be.
Yeah, you got to be fearless.
Climbing's more physical though.
And to block out, like we talked about the grid party, to block out all that noise and be like, I have a race in 3 minutes and Shaq is standing next to me.
Yeah. So we were talking about being GMs before in our bonus segment that you guys can check out in the link in our bio. And we decided now we're going to try to be GMs of a celebrity hockey team. How would we build our celebrity hockey team if we got to own the team and we were making the decisions?
So we need 3 forwards, 2D, and a goalie.
And a coach. I think we need a coach.
Okay.
We need a celebrity coach
I like
too.
that.
My question for this is it for like pure fame or
No,
for
winning.
For winning.
Like a pretty good hockey team.
Okay.
That like a team. Actually, let's do this. A team that if us 5 were playing that team, what would give us a pretty good game?
Okay.
Dang, it's so hard.
And then let's play against them. See if
Yeah.
they'll do it. So
So
let's start. Who do we got?
So if we played against any celebrity, I think we'd wipe the floor,
Mhm.
Yes.
first of all.
Yes, easily.
Because they can't skate. Odds are they can't skate.
Odds are high.
So we're gonna keep that into a little bit of thought, but if we gave them a year to like learn how to play hockey,
I think.
Yeah, let's give them a year of training.
we'll give them a year of professional training with NHL trainers and see what happens.
I know my first pick, since he actually did play hockey, Justin Bieber.
Yes, that was going to be a big one. Is Justin Bieber on this team? And I've seen highlights. He knows.
This is our team. We're the GMs.
Let's say it's our team,
Okay,
but
okay.
then at the flip side, we're playing them
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
With Bieber, Frizz, what was your like reasoning other than he plays hockey? Like, where do you see him in the lineup?
He's a forward. He
Winger,
just looks like
center.
a crafty
Skill guy?
skill guy. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
He's
especially
not
with
getting
1
gritty,
year
but
of training.
he'll
he'd
be
pretty good.
yeah.
Pretty good.
I think Bieber could
First liner.
he could be a superstar winger.
Mhm.
Like a right winger?
Yeah, I don't see him really being a captain, kind of a leader. Not going to be on the PK.
Doesn't say
Mhm.
much in the locker
But
room,
I
but
think
he shows up.
He could be a bit flashy and play.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Bieber. I'd have to put Bieber on the team. Yeah,
He's probably got some good locker room tunes as well.
probably a centerman though. Hey,
You think center?
I feel like
I did have.
I don't know. I don't trust him in the D zone.
Yeah, I don't think he's a good two-way player either. I think he's just all show,
I think
all
he's
flash.
flying down the wing.
He doesn't back check too hard, I heard, so I
No,
think we're out there.
All right, he's one of the forward slots. I think that's fair.
'Kay.
That's across the board. We can add
Should
Bieber.
we look for another forward, or should we go D now?
Anyone.
I think this is going to be an interesting one, but I think we got to have Jason Kelsey on the team. How can you not have that guy somewhere in the lineup? I feel like defenseman is his slot or goaltender.
Yeah.
So are we picking celebrity athletes then? as
Yes,
well?
I would.
So they can
If you're
be
only an
athletes,
athlete,
but not hockey.
yeah.
if you're only an athlete, I think it's not a celebrity athlete. Those guys have their own. They're different than just athletes, so I think we can consider them celebrity too.
They just can't play hockey.
I like
Right.
Jason. I like Jason. Just he'd be great in the locker room.
I think he'd be a great leader.
Great leader. I don't trust his speed. I don't trust his speed.
He doesn't get that good transition power.
He's got the footwork. He's a center in the NFL. He's got good footwork, so he could play D. But
Goaltender.
I don't know how he'd be with the puck. I don't know his hockey sense. Actually, he's
I-
smart. He's a center. He knows you got to be really smart to be a center
Yeah.
in football.
I'm just worried about his transition from forward to backwards.
Can I?
He's
can I-
good.
No,
he's
he-
good starting from
he
just
should be
backwards.
He'll be on the bubble. He can be a bubble player.
I'm gonna put Jason. Jason's in the minors right now.
Okay.
Jason he's at tryouts, and he's a maybe. He's on the bubble right now.
Okay. Well, clearly then we got to go to his brother Travis as well, because he could
did
slot
play.
maybe power forward.
You know, I think the
Yeah.
Kelseys played hockey too growing up.
They did.
Yep.
They did. I'd be terrified. I'm a D-man. We're playing against this team. Guys, don't put me on the ice when Travis Kelce dumps the puck in on me.
Okay.
Please. I'll be head checking. My shoulder checks need to be 100% because I'll be getting drilled
So you think he's like a third line bruiser? Is that where you kind of like? Who would you think?
He's going to be the winger.
Travis-
He's going to be the winger on this line to free up Bieber and
Kinda
whoever we
protect
pick
him
for
a bit?
center. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of the tough
Kelsey's
guy
going
for
to be
Bieber.
in front on the
he's
power
like
play.
a Foligno, like protecting Bedard basically, or a Corey Perry. one of
Yeah,
those type
kind of like a
guys.
Jamie Benn.
I would say Ryan Reeves.
Oh, you think he's going to be an enforcer?
I do.
Oh. Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
I
It'd be scary to
He
play
did
against him.
say on his podcast that he loves the hockey fights.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think if we're looking for a fighter, guys, we're kind of looking in the wrong direction. Like Travis Kelce, like he's big and good, but we should be looking at like Sylvester Stallone or Michael B. Jordan or something if we're looking for a fighter.
See, I think Sly. I think
Rocky.
I think Rocky. I think Rocky would be a terrific coach.
You want to
Yeah.
be a
I
as a
think
coach.
he would be too.
I think he'd be a great coach. Imagine Rocky's speech before the game.
Lock him in. That is the best coach signing.
Sylvester
I've ever
Stallone
heard.
is the
Yeah.
coach. Heck
I,
yes.
Then that
God,
I,
I'd run through a wall for Rocky.
Yeah.
Here
but
are my
we're not Sylvester. It has to be Rocky as the coach.
Yeah.
Here are my thoughts on a goalie, just from sheer size. You guys mentioned him earlier. I think Shaq could be the brick wall.
Gotta be a big.
Absolute brick wall.
His up downs might be a little.
He
Yeah.
doesn't. He could be down the whole time, and he's still a
Yeah.
foot over the crossbar.
How about like the Rock, man? We brought the
Rock,
Rock.
I think
up.
the Rock could be a power D man.
This is a big
hip
team.
check.
This is a big
This
team.
is a big team.
Or like a John Cena.
We need some speed, like some Tyreek
We
Hill.
need another.
We-
We need a center here.
We do.
Justin Jefferson.
What about an MMA guy? Who from the MMA could be in this?
Sugar Sean O'Malley?
Sugar Sean might be decent.
He could be a quick defenseman.
I definitely think I could lay him out center ice pretty easily.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's kind of light, eh?
Yeah.
What about
Sure, you
this
can't
as
really
a center?
Can't really kick.
This
and
guy is
punch.
a center. He's an actor though. Miles Teller. I think that guy has the captaincy of great physique. Seems like he'd be good, speedy.
He could
Just
be
a
a good
crafty
center.
guy.
He could be a
Yeah.
good center.
So where are we at with our team right now?
Well, we got Rocky as a coach, and I've only have Bieber and Travis Kelce as forwards right now.
Yeah.
We got Jason on the reserves.
Okay.
So we
Shaq. I don't mind Shaq in net. I think we
All
could
right,
lock
let's
Shaq.
put Shaq in net.
Shaq in net. For sure.
We need a couple defensemen and a center.
How about our
Miles is on the bubble as well.
former? What do you call that? Your alma mater? Alma
Alma mater.
Alma mater. Arnold Schwarzenegger. That'll be back.
All right. I got a player fulfillment. Someone to put some points up. I do believe we're either thinking offensive defenseman or we're thinking a kind of a disher to Biebs so he can put pucks in the net. But Josh Richards. Josh Richards, he's
Can be like an.
he's
Adam
got hockey.
Fox.
He's got hockey background.
Yeah, I think we
He
throw
knows
him
how to play.
I think we throw him on the point.
Yeah, I think.
I don't
Yeah,
trust him
Quinn
on the
Hughes,
I'm
Adam
seeing
Fox
Quinn
style.
Hughes.
Not Jack.
Makar
Josh
potential.
Richards. Josh Richards, yeah. Makar kind of reminds me of a little Spurgeon back there, just a small defenseman. We'll give Josh Richards a D slot. Not
Okay.
sure if he can skate backwards, but we'll find out when we play against him.
Hey, I just Googled actors who played hockey, and it brought me to Elite Prospects. Steve Carell. Former
Oh,
hockey player.
He was a
Yeah.
goally.
There
he was
we
a
go.
goalie.
I did
Adam
not know
Sandler
that.
played too. He's a high school player.
The Sandman.
The Sandman.
Veteran.
Veteran.
Yeah, good veteran presence.
Avril
We might
Lavigne?
have a 20-man roster.
What else we got on here?
You got Avril.
Avril could be a.
He played Michael J. Fox. He was a player.
He would be pretty good. Evil Knievel.
Oh, fearless.
Oh.
Fearless. Be a spitfire.
There's some good ones.
He's a fourth line
Um,
grinder.
Adam Sandler. He's got a.
Let's fill the slot in for D partner for Josh.
Yeah, we need a deep partner.
We're looking for
Someone with a little bit of size.
someone with
Yeah,
some
a little
size.
taller.
Not afraid to get hit with a puck.
No, the guy that's going to stay back so he doesn't have to skate that well.
Yeah.
But he's got to be steady. Just a good puck mover mainly.
I was thinking Wahlberg, but he's kind of short too. I don't really want him back there.
Yeah, he is a little short.
You can't have two tiny defensemen.
I got somebody. Waiver
We're not
wire.
looking-
Waiver wire.
Waiver wire. He was a stud a stud hockey player. MVP, most valuable primate, Jack the chimpanzee.
Oh my goodness, he was so good.
Oh yeah.
MVP. What a movie.
Great movie.
What about for
Oh, I got one, boys. Here we go. How about the Hanson brothers? Goon. Who's that actor in Goon?
Sean William Scott? He'd
Doug
be good.
Glatt.
Doug Glatt would be good. Shorzy?
I don't know.
Junior?
Now I'm thinking Adam Sandler would be good up the middle.
He
Happy
could be.
Gilmore?
He skates in a lot of movies.
Happy Gilmore is a
Yeah.
wicked wrist or wicked
Yeah.
slapper.
Actually, I
Wicked
think
slap
Happy
shot.
I think Happy
Let's put him
Gilmore's
on D.
D-man.
D-man?
Let's put him with Josh.
big-
Yeah.
The big slap shot
Yeah.
from the point?
He's
Yeah,
been
gets
training
people
that
out of the
slap
way.
shot. He can block shots.
And he can, yeah.
He can block shots. He has a really good slap shot. And
I think the Sandman could be a good
some leader-
captain or assistant captain.
some
too.
leadership for Josh as a younger guy as a D partner, that helps.
Plus, he'd keep the locker room light.
Yeah.
All right, we need a
Funny guy.
starting
Here's,
center.
here's one who could be a
We need an
starting center.
all-star.
Yeah.
This
all-star.
guy is an all-star, and he's a captain naturally. Captain America, Chris Evans.
Oh, we could do a superhero.
Oh.
Well, we do need a superhero.
You just
on this
opened
team.
up a whole new door here.
Yeah, Christian Bale, Batman,
Yeah.
up the middle.
We should save your all-time superhero starting five.
Yeah,
we
we'll
could
save that
one.
for.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I'll
think
save
we
that
save
Who's
that one.
Thor?
Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what I was thinking of.
he'd be good for our superhero team.
Yeah.
Who is going to be our starting center? This is the face of the franchise,
Yeah.
leader.
Yes.
He's not afraid to fight, score, play defense, block shots.
I don't know. I
We
think
need a stud. We need Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
How about no, never mind.
Come on, we need someone.
Come on.
We're struggling.
We need to phone a friend.
Johnny Depp, Will Smith.
See, there's so many names. Leo? What about Leo or Jim Carrey?
Jim Carrey.
Tom Hanks?
Yeah.
I don't know. Denzel would be a great leader. Drake? Have the Canadian connection up front. Drake and Biebs.
Tom Cruise, Maverick.
Will Ferrell.
Not sure what kind of hockey skill these guys have, though. You know?
I know that's the tough
I
part.
know. They're all good leaders.
That's the GM sense that we need.
Yeah. We
Are
got
these guys good
we
on
gotta lock
paper?
in here. Are they good on paper,
They look
or are
good
they
on
just
paper,
good
but-
on the TV?
Yeah.
Which is a big thing
Oh,
for
it's-
us trying to find this
You
find
know,
this player.
I think we need a superstar used to the limelight, played at the world stage,
Handle pressure.
handle lots of pressure. We need a Messi or Ronaldo up there.
Yeah,
good,
I like
good
that
footwork.
call.
Yeah.
I like that call.
Some athleticism.
Mm-hmm.
Good set of lungs on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Ronaldo or Messi?
I think
Who we
Messi.
we're putting Messi.
I think Messi has
Messi's our center.
has some potential.
He's a star. Look at this team.
List off the team.
At coach, behind the bench, leading the boys, is Sylvester Stallone as Rocky.
Yes, sir.
Not old man Sly, but young Rocky is back there. And then on the wing, we got Justin Bieber. He'll be, what's his role?
He's just a crafty
I think
skill
he's
guy
got to
that
put the
can
puck in the net,
net.
decent amount of points.
Mhm.
He's got to put
Rely
up
on
points.
him on the PP.
Yep. His other wing is Travis Kelce. He's going to be a
Mhm.
little bit grittier, kind of free up his line mates because we got Messi down the center, who's going to be doing some incredible things.
That's a Jack Hughes.
Yep. He's going to be tough to play against. He'll be,
I bet he's so fast.
yeah.
Fast, smart, and skilled.
He is short,
But
so we're going to have to be physical against this team.
hockey's becoming a smaller game out
That's
there
true.
now.
That's true. And then on D, we have Josh Richards, another Canadian on the squad.
Mm-hmm.
He's got some probably a hockey IQ. I think he could be a good teammate.
Yeah.
And then our assistant captain and other veteran present is Adam the Sandman Sandler
Oh, yeah.
Wicked wrister.
as Happy Gilmore, because if he's winding up that slapper,
You better get out of the lane.
oh my What a shot. You stay away from that.
He drove the green.
And then in net, we have Shaquille O'Neal.
He's blocking everything.
Brick wall.
Yeah.
And then we're playing against them, so I don't know. Where would you? Who would I'd be looking out for sure? Kelsey would scare me. We're
So
playing
we
against
got
a
we
squad.
got Cuddy lining up against Messi as the center.
Frizz
Me-
is gonna get burnt.
Yelly will have to go against Bieber. I'll take Travis on the wing. And then Josh and Adam playing the D against Lawson and Frizz here.
How are you scoring on Shaq? How are you boys? How are you forwards
Oh,
putting
I
in
don't
goals
know.
for
Gotta
us?
be like an NHL
Easy.
video game, just backdoor.
No, it's P off P. He's too big to be moving.
Yeah, it's
Pass off pad.
Yep,
We're
pass
getting
off the
gritty
pad.
with it. Yeah.
Get him the drop. Cuddy will be coming on the slot.
Once
pick
we
up that
set up
rebound.
Sandman for a 1T, he's not going to be wanting to get in front of those shots.
Sandman's on the other team.
Or wait, yeah, that's right.
Sandman's
All I
on
know
Shaq's
is,
team.
Disregard that.
But I feel bad for you guys at D because, and I guess center too, playing low and the Sandman's teeing one up.
I guess we'll have to get Frizz doing some wrist curls. Get that one.
Someone's
tee
got to
up.
fight Kelsey. That's the only way to break that team because the rest is just skill guys. As soon as we bring down their enforcer,
So which one of us is lining up against Kelsey?
I think Frizz should.
Guess I'll take
Send-
one for the team.
Send
And
Frizz out there.
The thing with our advantage against Messi is, he's a soccer player. He might flop a little bit, so we can get in his header pretty easily.
After the whistles, give him a few cross checks.
Yeah, it's hockey rule. NHL rules, Messi. It's not FIFA.
So yeah, we'll schedule the game maybe after Christmas.
Oh, who's our coach?
Our coach
And our goalie.
I guess our goalie
Heffy's our
Heffy
goalie.
would have to be our goalie,
Cappy could be the coach.
and Cappy's coaching.
I think Cappy and Rocky might get into it across through the glass.
Yeah, they
That'd
would.
be a funny thing to see.
Set this game up.
Yeah.
Let's make it happen. You know what it would take for that game to happen? That would be the 10-year the 10-year thing that would happen on year 10 for things to get crazier and crazier would be the only thing that could top it in year 10 would probably be if we actually could play a game against this team that we just made up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I know their rank. We'll have it at MSG.
Mm-hmm. Definitely at the Garden.
Under the lights.
Well,
Warm-ups will be interesting.
We're gonna be standing on the red line.
We're not going to touch a puck.
Intimidating.
Yeah. But then Rocky's going to jump the boards and
Start throwing sticks and chairs on the ice.
I know Messi and Bieber will just be stick handling the corners. And Richards will just be doing some walking the blue, some spins and stuff. And Sandler's probably ripping his slapper at the boards.
Would you say he's doing a semicircle, skating around the boards, cut to the middle,
Mhm.
slapper,
And
repeat,
Kelsey's throwing pucks to all the fans.
Yeah.
He's not warming up either.
waving at fans.
And Shaq, I don't know. Shaq will show up for game time.
He's the DJ, the
Yeah.
mid-game
Yeah.
DJ.
That was fun.
Yeah.
That was actually really fun.
We'll have to do a superhero one or different
Yeah.
categories. These
Yeah.
are this is all-time celeb team that we want to put together.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure there's some people we missed too.
Oh, yeah. We could put a 20 man
20-man
roster
roster.
together
Yeah.
and take them into battle against another group of What if we set up a celebrity game with these names, with these type of names?
That's what I'm saying.
These are all A-listers.
That's what I'm saying. That'd be awesome.
That'd be so fun. Find a way. Hey, Rocky, we need you behind the bench. Who's another, but we could there might be a better coach in a movie.
It's hard to replace that kind of guy.
Coach's miracle.
You know who played hockey, like junior hockey, USHL? Or maybe,
Who?
no, BCHL?
Hmm.
Tim Riggins.
Oh yeah. Tim
Oh
Riggins,
yeah,
I
I
knew that,
think I
actually.
remember.
I think his name's
reading
Taylor
that.
Kitsch.
Yeah.
His real name.
From
Yeah.
Friday Night Lights.
He would be a
Mhm.
good,
And a bunch
he'd
of
be a
movies.
good
I think
second,
he'd,
third liner.
He'd be probably a better fit than Messi.
When I was thinking, remembered him because I was thinking, what's the coach's name in that show? Coach Taylor.
Coach Taylor.
Coach Taylor would be
Mhm.
a pretty dang good celebrity coach too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'd really get Shaq going in that.
Al Pacino.
Inch by inch.
That's who I was initially thinking, Al Pacino. But Rocky, man, that's the underdog
Yeah.
story.
So true. And Rocky likes to go against like big political opponents, in all those movies he's fighting Ivan Drago
Yeah.
during during the Cold War. And yeah. We got our
Those
we
movies
got our
are
work
great.
cut out for us playing these guys.
Should we go to the segments?
Yeah, let's play some games.
Let's play some games.
I just want to keep building rosters.
It's fun being
We got to do
GMs.
cartoon characters too.
That would be good too.
I got a question. Do you think like a GM in the NHL, is that a very stressful job?
Mm-hmm.
Or is it one of those jobs where it's like if you got a bad team, it's stressful, but if you're good, it's just so easy? Like a Boston, GM for Boston, I feel like that'd be an
They have
easy
to
job.
think like years ahead.
Yeah.
Structure everything out.
And even like Boston last year, their GM was probably so happy all year, and then they
Yeah.
get bounced in the first round. Doesn't
Yeah.
mean anything.
Yeah, that'd be a cool job.
All it means is you broke the regular season record and lost.
Mm-hmm.
Not a good look.
No one remembers that.
Tough look.
No one remembers that
Tough look.
stuff.
You want me to start with this segment with the fan favorite?
Yeah.
Okay, so the fan favorite this week, we talked about it a lot over our little Florida vacay. I want to ask you guys, if you could pick one timeshare spot for you, your family, to stay at, where would you go? And that's the only spot you can go.
Well,
You have to pick one vacation spot to always go to.
Yep.
Sheesh.
Well, if you're talking family, then easy. Time sharing in Orlando. I think that's the most family stuff you could possibly do.
Talking because Disney World's right there.
Disney, Universal, the controversial SeaWorld, you name it.
Versus SeaWorld.
Wilford, where would you?
I want to take my family to the beach. I think having beach memories and ocean memories is cool for kids. I can't lock down a state or a beach, but stateside, I would probably have to do like a St. Pete, or if we go even way further down, like Key West, to get that island feel.
Yeah.
I think that would be pretty sweet. Key West is just on my bucket list too. I really want to go there.
I'm with Will. Got to have water, the beach, for sure. Just to, because you can have a pool and then you can have a beach too. I think that's important. Think I would. This is tough. Europe would be great, but then you'd have to fly there, and getting there would be the biggest pain ever. So
Yeah, you
I
gotta fly
think
family to Europe.
yeah, that would be tough. You'd only get there once a year. So I think I would go Naples, Florida. Loved that beach when we went there. I think that was one of the best sand and water beaches that I've ever been to. The water was like great temperature. So if we can get a spot somewhere along the Naples city area, not far from the beach, I'd lock that in for sure.
I think we should next time we go on like a 2-3 day like not really work vacation, you should take the gang to Naples.
Never been.
Just because it's like the cleanest city I've ever seen.
Really.
Yeah, it's so hard to pick a place that you haven't been to. Because I was going to ask you about Naples and how that was, but
My thing with Naples and the family is I don't trust my kids' behavior at some of the restaurants.
Is it pretty fancy?
Yeah.
Do you want me to go,
I don't
or
know,
you got
guys. I think I'm going to have to say the Clearwater area. Just because Tampa's so close and we found that nice little spot in
Mhm.
Tampa, the meat market.
Yeah.
That was pretty fun.
I'm gonna have to go the exact opposite of all you guys. The beach, like, it's cool, but it doesn't do it for me. Like, it's really unaccessible to do any sort of like, other than wading in the ocean. Like, I like a lake. I like having a boat. I like being able to water ski, tube, go fishing. Like, it's not really accessible there. So I'm going to a nice like lake, whether it's Minnesota, Wisconsin. Summers are good there. It's not scorching hot.
So we can't have a lake house. You're saying we can't have a lake
My
Yeah.
answer,
house
my
and
answer
timeshare?
would change.
Yeah. You said condo.
I just meant like a spot where you'd go vacation,
Okay.
in a sense.
Because I think best of both worlds, obviously, would be
Yeah.
the 3-hour away lake house, which is the weekend thing, right? And then you got the timeshare, which is your let's get some
During
hot
the
weather.
winter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Spot to go.
So
I guess.
you're opening some doors here now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I didn't.
You can do a
specify
timeshare
enough.
vacation place at like a ski resort too.
Mhm.
There's also that option.
Yeah, I guess I'll have to have a better defined question for you guys next
No,
week.
we just like to
No.
pick.
Yeah.
You know me. I need to know all the details of my capabilities.
When we have hypothetical arguments, it's like every little question is fair.
Yeah, everything's fair game.
You're in the hot seat. Like, yeah, but can we go here? And is there a certain amount of rules or times that we can go?
How much stipend do you have to spend?
What are the airports like?
Cuddy?
Yep.
You want to try to stomp us?
Yeah, sure. We can go to Riddles. We'll do no bag hockey questions after.
Bring it on.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Are you on a hot streak?
Flipped him. I
I'm on
didn't
a
see
hot
it.
streak. 2. Stumped you guys the last 2 times.
4-2.
Yeah, we're 4
We're on a
to 2.
2-game losing streak right now. 2-game skid.
Let's get out of this.
Yeah, I got
rut.
2 good ones.
But he's
here,
been
and I'm
finding
trying
this.
to
He's been
decide.
finding this website that's like genius level.
I know. He thinks that
This
we're
is a
freaking
different website
geniuses.
I found. It's hard to find riddles online that are like not too hard and
but easy enough
but
to
are not too simple. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
It's
Yep,
like a
I know
lot of
what
them
you're
are
saying.
very simple.
Let's hear it, muchacho.
He's the simpler Riddler.
Okay, this one's kind of like one I've already said, but it's different.
Great. I don't remember your other ones.
I can fly but have no wings. I cry but have no eyes. What am I?
I think you're a cloud.
Yeah.
That makes sense. What do you guys think?
Lock it in. Maybe we'll get 2 today.
We're gonna lock in cloud.
Cloud is the correct answer.
Yeah, give us another one.
Yeah, see, that was simple.
That was kindergarten.
Yeah, this is
level.
the other one I had. You don't know me yet. You always miss me when I'm gone. What am I?
Time.
Yep. Wow,
Mm,
Frizz.
nice.
We came to
job, bud.
party.
Knocking the
Locked
Riddler
him in.
down.
Yeah, that's all I got for today.
Riddler
Good
just
job,
got
boys.
put back in his place.
It's like that.
Give us 2 points.
2 snaps.
We just got our
2
2 game,
honks for
our,
2
our 2 points
2
back.
points.
Good 2-point swing there.
Away, boys.
Job.
Well, now we got a couple of no bad hockey questions for you guys.
Sweet.
This one is about the rules of the game. Can someone explain to us, or can someone explain what offside is and how it works?
I can see you looking at me, so I'm going to try. Offside is when there's 2 blue lines on the ice, kind of one for each team. When you're heading towards your offensive zone and a player goes over the blue line before the puck does, and then the puck crosses, that is offside. But there's different stipulations to the offside rule, as there's delayed offsides, which means if you're already in the zone and you dump the puck in, you don't skate it across,
Where you don't have possession.
you don't really have possession, right? Then the players have to tag up to the blue line. All 5 players have to be on one side of the blue line before you can reattack the offensive zone.
They do this so essentially they just don't have players sitting on the other end of the ice the whole time, and you have to enter as a team, and kind of makes it more smooth.
Mm-hmm. That's why in roller hockey, you could just be wherever you wanted. There's no offside.
Yeah, or like the NBA too. Like you could have a player on the other end, but there's like an advantage, disadvantage, all that kind of stuff. So that is offside.
Yeah. Don't cross the line, the blue line, before the puck.
Yep.
It's kind of funny when you think about those rules. Like they come very natural to us, and we don't think about it. But like,
Yeah.
from just like a fan or even someone new into hockey's perspective, I feel like that is like such like you got to think a lot when you're out there of like little things, just like a delayed offside.
Hard to explain them too
I
sometimes.
specifically remember when I was younger growing up, I was moving up to the level where offsides was becoming a thing, and my dad like sat me down and tried to explain it to me.
On
I
a dry
remember
erase
that.
board.
Yeah, it was just like pen and paper, like you can't cross until the puck goes. Like it was funny. Just remember that little snippet. Yeah, I got the hang of it.
My dad forever hates when people go offside. Absolutely hates it. Literally, in our games or other games, he just thinks it's the most moronic thing you could do in hockey is go offside on someone.
There
It's
are
the-
points in a game where when you see an offside, you're like, this team is just not, they don't have it right now.
There's obviously those sometimes very close, impossible things, or the ref gets it wrong or something.
Yeah.
But like, if you're just like getting way too like jumpy, or you can't slow down for a second and try and stay on side, then
Like a 2-on like a 2-on-1, and then the guy, you can
has no
see him to the
awareness.
left of you,
Yeah.
but you just try to cut the corner a little bit too much.
Yeah, like
Yeah, that also upsets me.
the perfect example of this, he's always hated it since growing up, but like one time that he still never lives down was when I had the puck pretty much on a 2-on-1 and the goalie was pulled, and the player with me went offside because he wanted to jump ahead and try and maybe set like a 2-on-1 play, even though the goalie was pulled, and he went offside.
I would say
And
that
they came back and tied, and we lost the
jeez.
game.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, he wanted
Yeah.
the goal. Okay,
That
I
is
see what you're
bad.
saying. I would say that offsides, for like if it's your team that's offsides, that's like one of the whistles that the fans, your team, the coach get the most upset about. I feel like
Yeah.
everyone is like, oh, it's like,
Especially if you change,
Yeah,
you
it's
get pulled off.
It's a mood killer or
yeah.
whatever. What's the
Momentum.
Yeah.
swinger for sure? And something that Trey Dental King always roasted me about was calling it offsides.
Yeah.
Because it's offside.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's right.
I always called it offsides, and I try to say offside now, but it's so.
Offside.
For 20 years, I said offsides.
That is funny that you say that.
Yeah.
I don't know many people that do that.
Say offsides.
It's offside. Yeah.
Yeah, I just always said offsides.
Is there another one?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, we kind of talked about this a little bit on our bonus segment. If you do enjoy the hockey talk, we go more in depth about why they do this and where they just were. But the NHL was just in Sweden for the Global Series. So now someone's named Crosby's mom is actually wondering, where should the NHL head next? What country? They were in Australia earlier. They're just in Sweden. Where to next?
It's a good question, Crosby's mom. I think that it's so hard because I'm sure they need to pick these locations that have it doable. Like Matthews, what did you say? Mexico City? Like, is that even possible?
I doubt it.
Like that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think something that stuck out to me would be China, because they do
China
actually
would
have
be.
a pro league there.
Yeah.
China would be cool.
I think China would be cool. That is a good spot.
I was going to say France.
Yeah.
Don't really know why.
No, I do think those bigger European cities there that have the country team still is important. Like, because you have to have a rank to play in.
Yeah, you need a team that plays internationally. You need a
Yes.
international hockey program for the team to go there. I don't
Mhm.
think Mexico has hockey.
No.
That competes in the actual, what's it called, IHF.
Yeah.
You need someone in the IHF who's in these tournaments, who's trying to make that tournament at the end of the NHL season.
Yeah, I think
So-
I think you wouldn't go wrong with England, with France, with Germany, any of those countries now. Was Sweden the first one off the map for?
They've had
been-
global
Europe?
yeah,
series.
they've been there
They've had global
before.
series before.
But outside of Sweden, they were in other
They may have even
countries there.
global series. NHL.
I think
I'll have to
Czech
look that up.
Republic would be cool.
Yeah, I don't even know where they have all played so far.
Me neither, man.
Probably Ireland. Maybe that's one.
That'd be cool.
Belfast Giants.
Scotland. Yeah. Any of those teams. I think that's the answer to the question.
Yeah, that's good.
Sweet. Any other ones?
Oh yeah, we got
They
lots.
played in Finland. They played in the Czech Republic. Yeah, they've only been to Sweden. Oh, here's one in Denmark. That's not the Global, that's the Premier Series, whatever that was.
Hmm.
Yeah, they've only been to Finland, Sweden, Czech, Denmark. There was
Oh,
Great
there's
Britain in
London.
2007. Ooh,
Tokyo. When was that?
98.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Dang.
that's
Okay.
it. There's less
cool.
than 30 games that have ever been played out.
Okay.
Here's a good one. Do teams have designated players who starts fights, or is it just random? I'm asking because it seems like the same players are always the ones who are fighting during games.
I would say there's a little bit of both. There's some teams that have guys on the team to fight, and they know that their job is to fight. But in the game of hockey, you can go out ready for a game, going to play the game, have no intention of getting in a fight. Like you're Crosby or McDavid or any of us that played hockey, something happens in the game,
Ticks you off the wrong
it
way.
either gets you mad or there's a little bit of component of the unwritten rule of standing up for your teammate. And I know when I was playing, if my D partner got like rocked, especially if it was dirty, that's when I got into a fight. So I wasn't planning on doing that beforehand, but like once that happened, I was like, okay, I'm older. That just happened. I have to go stand up for my teammate, and now I have to fight, where typically I would never, I don't even want to do that. It's not even something that I look like. It kind of sucks when you don't want to fight, but you know you have to according to the sticking up for your team thing. The code. That's when you get paired sometimes. You'll see some fights that are a little unevenly paired, and that's usually how it happens.
So it's like if you did something to Yelly right now, and Yelly was on my team, and I'm like the closest one to you, then it's my job to jump you.
No matter what the size of the
You're like, look around, hope you see someone skating in a little faster to jump you, but if no one's there, and if you don't do it, then your teammates are like, this guy don't have my back.
I would say that the players on the team now that are so-called designated enforcers, fighters, whatever you'd call them, it's not like the old days where that was all they're really good at. The players nowadays, if you're the enforcer on the team, you're still like a contributor to the actual like team in a sense of like you're a good player, like you're able to score, make plays. It's not just like you're out there to hit and fight. That whole concept of fighting, and you see it a lot. There's been a few documentaries of just it being like a dying, like the dying breed of like the true so-called fighters in the game.
Yeah, it's the same in every sport too. I mean, in football, they're trying to lay the law down a little bit more on head contacts and illegal hits, because if you watch some early 2000s football highlights, holy
It's like
smokes,
outlaw.
people are breaking ribs every game. Or like that's insane. Same with the hockey. There's this one video that I remember watching. It was like NHL hits compilation from like 2000 to 2010.
Don Cherry.
And it is insane.
Yeah.
Don Cherry always put out the hockey hit compilation.
It is actually insane. Like if you ever got hit that hard, I don't know how you're still playing.
Yeah. Instant.
Different breed. Times change.
Yep.
Hope they don't take fighting out. We talk about
I don't think
fighting a lot.
that's even possible. There's no way that would ever happen.
We have to start a different league. Fights allowed.
Yeah.
Fights allowed league.
Yeah, there's one more question. It was a little bit designated towards me, but some of you guys could attest to it. You could. The other guys, not really. Basically, how do you stay positive if you end up being traded or bounced around from team to team, which I obviously was a decent amount. You guys not so much. Yelly, you moved to a couple teams. My personal thing is just like being traded is two different things, because one, the team that you're on either just doesn't need you. They just maybe they need to shake up the whole thing, find someone else. But then you're also going to a team that wanted you and feel like you can go to maybe a better role on the team, get more ice time. Maybe the team's even doing better. So it was always like bittersweet for me personally going to a different team. Maybe you have better friends on a new team, or maybe you're leaving a team that you really liked. But for the most part, I always felt my my situation leveled up a little bit every team I went to.
Yeah, to add on to what Frizz said, I always looked at it as like a new experience or a new just like journey. Being able, I was in South Dakota, then I went to New Jersey, so just being able to see like different parts of the U.S. was like really cool. So I looked at it just as a new experience to be able to see like different areas that I may not have been able to do if it wasn't for that opportunity.
I would say that I didn't get traded, but when I left Omaha to go to Wisconsin, and I didn't know where I was going right away, but the getting cut part, or like the moment, I don't know if you felt this, Frizz, does it make you, like when you got called into the office to get traded, were you sad right off the bat? Like did it make you, was it like a heart drop thing?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Always a shock. Because like every time I never asked for a trade, or it wasn't like by the deadline or anything like that where I was kind of waiting, it was always just a random maybe the team loses the night before or something, the weekend off, and you get called to come to the rink, and that was always it was always very random for me.
Yeah, and that was like for me too. It was the biggest halt of life change because you're shifting schools. You've been there for 2 years. Love the people, my teammates, the city, and then just like that in hockey, you can like leave and go somewhere else. And I think overall, like the best way to deal with I think what you said of being positive is good, but my thing was just like it's meant to be. Like it is truly. There's nothing. Everything was out of your control of something like that can shift, and to know that like it's meant to be. You're supposed to have moved on. The time you had, enjoy it, be thankful for that, and then just know that your new experience, whatever that may be, is going to be just as good, if not better. That was the case for me. Looking back now, I understand why it was a big deal then, but obviously it turned out amazing, which I'm thankful for now that it got to happen. So
It's cool. It's like from the other point of view, I didn't get traded either, but you can tell in day 1 or 2 when someone gets traded to your team, like if they're going to be a positive person to be around, or if they're coming here still a little spiteful and they're angry, and they kind of like, you can tell right away when someone comes in and they're open and excited for the new opportunity, or if they come in and they demand certain things or just kind of don't try to make friends with anyone, then it's like,
Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely two sides of going to a new team. Like you can either be mad and angry about it and be a negative impact on your new team, or you can be positive and thankful.
It was always yeah, you go.
I know for me, like I never got traded either, but I was always like at that age, I was always so scared to get traded because I was like, I was getting more comfortable as time went on. So I was like, as time went on, I was just hoping not to get traded. But looking back at it now, I probably would have been completely fine with it if something did happen.
My biggest scare was, I still think to this day that Kenny, my junior coach, pulled a little prank or something on me. But 20-year-old year is the night, it was the deadline night, and the Melville Millionaires followed me on Instagram. And I was freaking. It was like 7 p.m.
That is wild.
It's January. I've been here for 2 years. I've been the second line center for 2 years, and this team randomly follows me in a different league. I was like, this is super weird. And I didn't do anything. I was just waiting for Kenny to call me. He never called me, thank God. And then in the morning, I was like, what is this? What's going on? And he's like, I have no idea.
That's funny.
Something for me that I always felt was just a little bit awkward was when I just said the final goodbye in the group chat to the boys, and then before there's any reply, it just has left the chat.
Yeah, that was a classic thing that I saw many guys do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think just the best part about it is just another door that opens and the amount of positives that come from being in a new city or being on a new team, which I think now would apply to, I can take that now and even look at that through changing jobs or moving to different cities if, we ever leave or if we ever have to go somewhere else, separate ways, whatever. I think the same thing applies. Is obviously we had amazing life experiences. Everything was awesome, but the chance to do something different too, the new things that can bring. There's never a scenario where I think you'd be disappointed in the new things, a new opportunity would come forward.
It's all perspective.
Yeah.
You just take it and run with it, or you won't be a very happy person.
For sure.
Yes.
It's a good question.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you for the question.
For the No Bad Hockey questions. Feel free to drop these questions on our Instagram story, our Instagram post comments, and TikTok comments, because that's where we're checking them out. And we're looking forward to next week's.
You betcha. And final thing, as you see, if you're watching, I am wearing my nice Christmas sweater today. Frizz is wearing his ugly Christmas sweater today. And we are about to go take some Christmas group family photos, and we will be sharing those with everybody that signed up into our bonus tier, which you can find in our bio. So we're going to be sending you guys a Christmas card. So check that out if you want. But
one of one. First ever. You guys have been asking for calendars. We decided to make it a little bit more festive, going with the Christmas card.
You betcha.
Happy holidays, everybody, and thank you so much for listening. Please be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and we really hope you enjoyed the episode. Till next week, Cuddy, sign us out.